Alright, hello everyone, hope you're all well, hope you're all staying safe. In today's video, I want to look at something which has been spoken about a lot in the No Man's Sky community recently, for better or for worse, and that is the argument surrounding No Man's Sky's so-called super formula. In today's video, I want to talk about this argument, and I want to talk about some common misconceptions when people bring up this supposed super formula, and of course tie in some juicy speculation with it as well. Now, as always, before I begin, I do want to really quickly plug my Discord and my Patreon, both of which will be in the description of the video. Please do check them out if you feel like supporting me or being a part of the MZK community. Alright, so a load of other content creators have made videos about this so-called super formula for No Man's Sky. There's been a boatload of speculation videos a couple weeks back talking about how we could see the return of it, how it could already be in the game, and so many other different things. I know I'm a little bit late to this, but here is my take on it. So pre-release No Man's Sky was plagued with a load of controversy, as we know. A lot went wrong for No Man's Sky before launch, and to be honest, I don't really need to sit here and tell you that. One of the elements of controversy surrounding No Man's Sky was this so-called super formula, which was suggested to be illegally used in No Man's Sky. This super formula was patented. It was a patented bundle of maths that basically allowed for complex shapes to be generated by numbers. I barely passed my maths GCSE, so me looking at this Wikipedia page is like trying to read Simlish. There was talks about No Man's Sky not being released or major changes being made to the game to accommodate this patented product. Before the game's launch, this super formula was a huge cause of concern and was also misguided by quite a bit of false information. So to begin, Sean confirmed way back in 2016, before No Man's Sky even released, that the game did not use this so-called super formula, and the whole story was completely blown out of proportion with no real factual basis. And this came from Sean himself, so this is quite believable. Although Sean does say that the game doesn't use this super formula, he doesn't exactly say that it was taken out or they did use it at some point in time. But to make matters a little bit more confusing, a lot of articles before No Man's Sky release basically stated that the super formula was used in No Man's Sky, and in fact Sean even said in multiple interviews that he used it to begin generating worlds in No Man's Sky. He stated that the super formula was incredibly reliable, it produced some really interesting results and genuine true variety. He also said that he envisioned using the super formula throughout the game, especially at the center of the galaxy where landscapes would become more surreal. So although Sean said that No Man's Sky does not use the super formula, he doesn't say that it was never used. In fact, it is pretty much confirmed that at some point in time, No Man's Sky's procedural generation was running off of this so-called super formula. So before we begin, I want to big up Catsim Steve for literally sending all of this to me on Twitter. This video would not have happened without him, albeit late as hell. His channel will be linked in the description, and I do encourage you to check him out. First of all, the super formula patent actually expired in May of this year. Patents, from what I remember in my year 9 business studies, prevents other companies from using a specific way of designing things. So think about Dyson vacuums and how that cylinder design thing was only for Dyson up until a few years ago when the patent ran out. So technically, if Hello Games wanted to design or refine a procedural generation system around this formula, then yes, it is now possible. Secondly, we're speculating that the summer update for No Man's Sky could be focused on procedural generation. There is a lot of hype surrounding this potential update, and it seems like a lot of the community is leaning more towards this than ever before. So this 4chan post which I spoke about before, which is supposedly some inside information on the No Man's Sky summer update, mentions that procedural generation is going to be overhauled for this update. Once again, I'm going to refer to this 4chan post, and although it isn't really confirmed, it did accurately confirm crossplay, and that for me is enough to think it's slightly reputable. Of course, take it with a pinch of salt. This is just me. I'm not saying that this shit is real, but it's about the only thing we can really go off at the moment. Maybe, in order to achieve these insane procedural generation overhauls stated in this 4chan post, Hello Games have adopted some elements of the super formula to make worlds way more interesting. Tying into this as well, we know that Sony's PlayStation 5 conference on the 11th of June has been confirmed to house some indie developers. The 4chan post once again states that Hello Games are working on a next-gen port of No Man's Sky, so although it is quite unlikely, we could see Hello Games at Sony's conference to showcase the new procedural generation for the next gen. Using this super formula, or using parts of the super formula for a next gen release of No Man's Sky seems way more likely to me than it being the summer update, only because it seems like a next gen feature to house insane procedural generation seems a bit more show-offy than, say, improved textures or something of the sort, especially when you consider that it is No Man's Sky. So that is the argument. Do I think that this is likely? Do I think that the summer update is going to have this so-called super formula? No, not really, but do I think it's possible? 100%. I do believe that Hello Games in some form or another may have used elements of this super formula, even maybe for just inspiration, and if we consider that it was in the game before launch, then maybe that explains why a lot of the pre-release procedural generation was so much better. That, or it was all handcrafted. I suppose that is a little bit of a grey area, but if we do think that it was crafted by the super formula, then fuck, this would be a very nice time to see it return. So guys, that's just a short video for me. I do hope you enjoyed. As always, let me know what you think in the comment section of the video. Thank you very much for watching. Big up my Patreon and my Discord. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys all very soon. Take care.